Happy weekend, everybody. Hey, welcome back to Perry's Politics Today. I hope everybody's having a great Friday, the best they can have with the conditions that we're living under right now with the new, you know, guy in the office. I don't even want to call him the other word. But what's up, Pops? What's up, Sherelle?
Not much.
So it's Friday night, and we're going to go ahead and get into it. And I want to start off by talking about Trump and all these executive orders that he's putting out there. Like, he's going through them, people. He don't even know what the hell he's signing. Some of them he do. But he's out there just signing things. Like, and the one that sort of caught my attention, because this is where I feel like Trump is want to go in the next 4 years, is he want to be known for something. Leading the country, leading the world in AI, having all these satellites, known for cryptocurrency, all these things that he want to take on his back so he can get credit for. And I don't know why he's worrying about the history books, having his name in there, but a person like him, that's what he's all about. He's all about racism and having somebody praise him. Let's keep it real. So now he's going through making all these executive orders, not giving a damn about nobody, but his high-tech billionaire friends. That's it. And if you ain't one of them, he really, truly don't give a damn. But this there's one order I want to talk about. Trump signed this executive order to start this internal working group focused on cryptocurrency. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, whether at our age and stuff, because we older, probably at least heard of it. But it's like almost like a fictitious coin or some kind of worth. But people do bank into it and all that stuff. But he want to make it the thing. He don't like make it American currency that everybody uses in the world. That's his thing, right? And here he is right now talking about it. I mean,
and this, David, is?
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
What a clown. He don't even know what he's signing. Like, he's always down for a photo shot. Just anything to make him look important. His dumb ass.
You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but we're going to make a lot of money for the country.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you notice he said it might not sound that exciting. It don't. And it's going to make a lot of money for the country. No, it's not. It's going to make a lot of money for all these crypto investors that's paying Trump to pull this bullshit off. He's out there. He's just lost and confused. He don't know shit about crypto, but as long as him and his wife got a damn coin, he don't give a damn. It's the scam of it all for me. And here's this one guy like Sherelle and Pops. Anytime you want me to stop, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. To just stop and just look at this for a second because it's so crazy yet so predictable. MAGA and Donald Trump are just one big scam. The pastor who spoke at Trump's inauguration today just released his own cryptocurrency. What? This guy who spoke at the inauguration has launched a meme cryptocurrency. Yes, seriously. He said the crypto community was kind enough to send me whatever that is, and then talked about his new coin, said, amazing day, all the glory to God. This comes just days after Donald Trump and Melania Trump released their own cryptocurrency. It's all one big grift. It's all just one big con. They just want to make money off of their supporters and enrich their buddies. If you're MAGA, please open your eyes. Trump and the people around him sell you shoes, watches, cologne, trading cards, crypto. It's a scam.
Will sell you any damn thing, people. Look, that's what's going on. It's a big scam. And believe it or not, and I don't normally listen to this guy at all. It's a big scam. It's that nut job, as my wife would say, RFK Jr. Is he get out there? But he did say something when he was running, trying to be president, and that third party or whatever he was running with. And because he's so fruity and crazy, you can't listen to everything. But he did have a point about certain things he talked about. He talked about Trump, what Trump them want and Elon them want for the next 4 years is basically to get into this crypto and to build these satellites, go to Mars, and have all these things where they can spy on you and do all this, where they can have total control. They already got total control of social media. You've seen everybody at Mar-a-Lago kissing Trump's ring or ass, whatever way you want to say it. But here's this nut job summing up a little bit how I feel about it.
Hitler, Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. Even in Hitler, Germany, you could cross the Alps into Switzerland. You can hide in an attic like Anne Frank did. Within 5 years, we're going to see 415,000 low-orbit satellites. Bill Gates says his 65,000 satellites alone will be able to look at every square inch of the planet 24 hours a day. They're putting in 5G to harvest our data and control our behavior. Digital currency that will allow them to punish us from a distance and cut off our food supply. Vaccine pass.
Okay. That's about as much as I'm going to agree with him because the nut job will keep going on, and then he going to just lose every damn body. But that's where I think is at. Like, Trump is fascinated with the money. He needed to be in power so his ass wouldn't go to jail. He was in financial trouble. He's living in a house alone because his spouse don't want to be with him, allegedly. You know, that's just where we at with that. But it's a scheme of it all. Like, they looking for power. Trump want to be known for something. That's why he want to be a dictator. He's been dreaming to be the next Hitler. That's all he want. He want to be like Putin and all these other ones, right? But that's where he's at. And it pisses me off because we had Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Rick Ross, all them selling out last week. Well, hell, it's the same week, this week, or over the last weekend. But sorry, Pops and Sherelle, from y'all own town. This pastor is a sellout. Pastor Lorenzo Sewell that gave a thing at Trump's inauguration. And he's out there. And now he's kissing Trump's butt. I'm not sure if y'all seen it where he gave the Martin Luther King type of preach thing at the inauguration. But here he is right now.
Worst preacher I have ever in my life heard. It was awful. It was so bad. I'm grateful my wife was not there. She would have ran out of that church. I could not believe that she would use that moment to speak a demonic message as if she was using the Bible. She used her platform to practice theological malpractice. It was horrible. It was the worst message I've ever been in my life. It was believers. We prayed after. We prayed for our president after that message. I was the last person to leave that building because I was so offended about how she used her platform.
That was him basically on Fox, boot shining, talking about the bishop that gave Trump's press service that asked for mercy. And he got his boot licking ass on Fox, shining, and done went and kissed Trump's ring at his inauguration. And I look at him like, well, why? He don't threw his church under the bus. It's for self-greed. And here he is right now. And this is the sole reason he did it, to be known and to get a kickback so he can start his own currency.
I need you to do me a favor right now. I need you to go buy the official Lorenzo Sewell coin. I want you to be able to see politics become manifest, not just in a way where we're praying over political gatherings, but where we're seeing us become the hands and the feet of the Lord Jesus Christ. Would you help me? Would you help us in this endeavor? Would you go and purchase the coin in order for us to do what we need to do in the ministry? We do transportation, housing, education. We heal medical, mental, and dental illnesses. I need you to do me a favor and go and get that coin in order for us to accomplish the vision that God has called us to do in our earth. I give God glory for what he has done, but we know that King's dream can only be fulfilled if we acknowledge that people are living in a nightmare. So here's your...
That's y'all boy.
He might well put the black shoe polish on his face and the red lipstick and tap dance. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't embarrassing nobody but himself. You know.
That is totally embarrassing. And if I was from Detroit like you guys, I'd be embarrassed too. To have this kind of sellout that's supposed to be in a church doing all this. He sold his community out, his church out. Damn, so sold out the community for a damn coin. Huh? Go ahead, Pops.
And itself.
Yeah. Sherelle, anything on
Yeah, because a lot of people are confused. So crypto's like digital money that you can, supposed to be like fast, where you can almost like a cash app, but it's for digital and it goes overseas. And so think of it like a cash app. There's not just cash apps. There's also all kinds of ways that we can send money here in the United States, but it's like worldwide. So when they say that, what's his name? Soldier Boy is going to have his own crypto. It's almost like he's going to have his own app. So it's a scam because you're investing. You're trying to get all these people to invest, and this will be the way that you trade money, digital money. I hope it makes sense. But the United States as a whole is not going to make any money from it. It's the people that individually own their crypto coins, so to speak. I hope that makes sense, because I know a lot of people don't understand what it is. But you've heard of Bitcoin. That's a form of crypto. You might have another one. Donald Trump just opened one up. I don't remember what he called it, but he's actively soliciting people to get their own crypto money.
But do you go in the store and spend it? I mean,
no, it's digital. It's on the internet.
Well, yeah, you can if they take that certain coin. Like, say, if Trump pronounced his coin and he got it, and people put money into it, then
so a whole bunch of people can have a coin. You could have a coin, Pop, if you wanted to, if you invested in it, and then you'll tell everybody to transfer your digital money through me. So people have been calling it a scam because people lose big money because of it. I think when it first came out, Perry, you invested in Bitcoin, and then people don't really use it.
I got the hell out of it too.
People don't use it. So it's not a smart investment, but our president looks like he's trying to make it a smart investment. So if he tells everybody, use my cryptocurrency, hopefully it will catch on. But up until now, it's been called a scam because nobody can really get anybody to use it successfully. And people are investing in it, and then it goes belly up in a couple years. I hope that makes sense.
Well, yeah,
it's a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme at this point, because right now it's not producing any money, but they're trying to get investors for individual apps. So they are saying that Snoop is going to have an app. That's why he sold us out. They're saying Soldier Boy is going to have one. That clown that we just seen has one. He doesn't care about your ethnicity. He just wants people to start investing in these crypto apps. I'm going to call it cryptocurrency. That way he's planning on, it's his way of making money once he leaves the White House. And you're not supposed to do that. Your job is supposed to be the president. Your job is not supposed to be going around soliciting people to invest in your new crypto coin. So it's a mess.
Well, it's definitely a mess. Like, it's more to it, but it's not like going to the bank. Like, you got currency, you can go to the bank, pull money out, use your ATM card. It's some form of that. And whatever coin you got to have, places got to accept that coin too, as a form of payment. So it's a lot of stuff to it. But to me, Trump just won it because he's making money off his coins because he's getting all these people buying.
But Perry, he's not supposed to be doing that. You have a job. You're the president of the United States. You should be worried about laws and what, how to make your country better. But you're trying to get investors, and he is actively seeking investors as he's president of the United States.
Right.
It's a scam. He's trying to get other countries to invest in his crypto coins. It is a mess.
And that's the danger part about it. People,
no one's saying anything too, Perry. How come nobody's saying it? People shouldn't some senators say you're not supposed to be doing that?
They're afraid because a lot of them sell out too. If Snoop, Nelly, and this little backyard preacher from Detroit can sell out, these congressmen and senators are looking out for a payday too. They're looking about to be reelected or whatever. They just cowards.
Yeah, but they're just doing it in the open. You are breaking the rules in the open. You're supposed to be presidenting, okay? You're supposed to be worried about us. It took you 5 days to come and check the fires, but you're steady getting people to invest in your crypto, which you're not going to make any money off of it. It's going to go belly up, but he's going to keep the money.
That exactly. Now,
so it used to be when you was president, you put your stuff in a trust fund. You didn't get rich from being a president. You put your stuff in the trust fund and stuff till you got out. But now the way Trump doing it, he in there making a profit off of being a president.
Crazy.
Yeah, he made buku money his first term.
And not only that, he's threatening people. If you don't do this, I'm not gonna give you aid for your natural disaster. You can't do that, but nobody's saying anything. United States is so corrupt right now. We are living, people are gonna read about this one day and be like, I don't know how they could take it. No one did anything about it. What can we do? What, sue him? Go to his Supreme Court because he owns the Supreme Court. So he's just actively running a pyramid scheme in broad daylight.
He brought the presidency by having these people made promise to these people to give them certain things. They paid for his presidency. He's going to make money right now. And the danger about him having this coin is that now anybody can donate money, buy that coin. Like say you got somebody in a different country who need a favor from Trump. They put enough money in, he do what they want. He sold our country to Elon. And whatever else we had left, he's willing to sell it to the rest of the world as long as his fat ass will profit. That's the danger part about it. Like, there's no way you can really trace that stuff neither like that.
And I think you're right, Pop. He's the first president to do this in the open.
We never had a president act like him. We didn't have crooks before, but not like this kind, like he doing. He acted like I guess he is. He's above the law. The rest of them used to kind of, except for Nixon, used to try to follow the law because they had to, get kicked out. But Trump is doing, not hiding, he's doing above the water. Yeah. And I think they passed laws or the people just don't care. I'm not for sure.
I don't think they understand. I know probably if you're like 40 and under, they're confused about what crypto currency is. So how can I monitor you? And I'm not quite sure what it is. Just think of it this way. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a damn scam because when you want to go transfer money to another country, do you use Bitcoin? No, you go through the bank and you wire it across. Nobody uses these things.
Right. And look, I understand people not knowing what it is. I invested in it and don't clearly know what it is. I know I got in and played around and got the hell out. But I still don't understand truly how it is when a person can own a coin and then they can take their money out. It's too confusing.
It's like I have Cash App and you have Venmo, right? They do the same thing. It's transferring money. And then Pop can get him another app and he can call it Pop's app, and then we can all use it to transfer money. It's really complicated, but look at it as a cash app with no cash.
Yeah. So, I mean, Trump doing all kind of crazy shit. Like, he already backed out of the World Health Association, that they share information and try to find out how to fight off certain diseases before they come to your country and all this stuff. He's done backed out of it. And he called himself saying that it saves money as if we paying all the money and stuff like that. And then he goes on and refused to sign MLK proclamation, which most presidents come in, they renew it and say, we're going to celebrate this, and they sign it. This idiot, racist, refused to sign it. The guy passed it to him, and he's like, well, he signed everything else because he had just got finished signing the World Health one that he backed out of. And then now I'm going to show you this clip with him being passed the one for Martin Luther King, proclamation, and he don't sign it. And the guy whispered to him, hey, well, it's for this. He do not sign it. And then he go into some more racist stuff. But let me play this clip.
Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, guys, let's go. One last one, sir. This is your Martin Luther King Day proclamation. Thank you, Press. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Press.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, let's go. Thanks, Press. Thank you, guys. Mark, this is Martin. Let's go, guys. What are we doing on this stuff? All right, guys, let's go.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Recording? Is this off? Recording?
Don't do it. Let's go. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. Make sure my bodies are off. Yep.
Can I go first? Can I go first on this one?
Please go ahead.
So, listen, Donald Trump, for whatever his reasons are, does not want Black History Month, and he does not want Martin Luther King's Day to be an official holiday, right? For whatever his reasons are, right? But he doesn't want the big backlash that he's going to get. So he's setting it up. He's telling everybody, guess what, guys? Good news. We're going to release the records of MLK. Now, when I last checked, I don't remember one damn person asking for the records to be released, okay? But we know what's in the records. MLK was a huge, horrible womanizer, okay? Like really, really bad. This has been out for a long time. He's going to villainize Martin Luther King for the weak-minded people to say, yeah, how can we celebrate a guy that was so terrible to his wife? And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Black History Month. He is stripping Black people of all of their programs, any kind of respect and pride, any good leaders. He's stripping us one at a time. And a lot of African Americans don't see it.
Right.
A lot of them don't see it. I see it. I know exactly what you're doing. Who gives a damn about some, and I'm not being disrespectful to Martin Luther King. We know what's in him because they talked about it once J. Edgar Hoover passed away. We know he was a horrible womanizer, like a disgusting one. We know that, but that doesn't change.
So was John Kennedy. So is Trump.
It doesn't change, though, his philosophy. We listen to Martin Luther King because of his message, not who he slept with in his bed. Because if that was a rule, we would get rid of your ass. You're right, Pop.
Yeah, his ass would have been in prison right now.
But he's setting it up for he can be president, or you haven't gotten to that yet. He's setting it up to strip Black people of anything that he thinks may help us. After what we went through slavery, he's reversing everything and taking us. Like, how the hell does Martin Luther King holiday or Black History Month affect him in any kind of negative way? In any kind of negative way, it does not.
It don't. It's a way that he can show his racism, and for the people, for a lot of people who voted for him, to please them, he's coming in now. See, I told you, you vote me, and I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna make America great again by getting rid of all this stuff. And if you was to go to that site to try to find that proclamation for Martin Luther King, this is on government website. This is what the hell you would get. Page not found.
He just wants to.
He ain't messing around with it, and that's just what he's doing right now, people.
But Perry, he's so bad. He might rename all the streets in the bad neighborhoods that's called Martin Luther King Avenue. He might rename them to the King. Like, he's being ridiculous. Like, he doesn't want any sign of Martin Luther King. Why not?
Well, I don't think. Look, the only way I can explain it is that he's racist. And
Yeah, but what does that have to do with him? Like, okay, is that the only one of the national holidays that we have, African Americans? I think so, right?
Yeah, unless you want to call Juneteenth, and that'll be next.
That's
he just
next.
Got around to that. We just ain't got around to it. That he'll think about it by May.
Well, Pop, why do you think he's trying to roll back all these programs that help African Americans? What is this about? He wants us to get out, or he wants slavery? I don't get it. Does he want Jim Crow? What is this about?
He's trying to keep them divided. Trying to keep the blacks, the whites divided. The Mexicanos, they've been doing it for years. Keep you divided. He don't want them thinking the same way or looking at the government the same way. So if you keep them white people hating black people hating white people, then he ain't got to worry about you. The government ain't got to worry about you since y'all too busy fighting each other.
Yeah.
They pick one group, that they want to help and don't help the other one. Just keep it going. They've been doing the same stuff for years, divide and conquer. They do it if you ain't a different race, they do it with a rich black, a poor black. Had a rich one hating the poor black. It goes back to when they were slaves, picking cotton and stuff.
You're talking about it's like the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Well, they just always.
It's Willie Lynch. That's how they. Keep power, because I don't have to fight you because you are ignorant on your own. You don't know no better.
And then they have it where if I want a job and we both the same race, and one's a supervisor and one on the line, separate. They just keep it separate. Just keep you separated. Keep you fighting each other. Ain't too many people got much power like the politicians and stuff. So you just keep them separated and you don't have to worry about you. Keep them separated and broke. I don't care what race. It ain't about race. They ain't looking at race. They looking at money and profit. Simple as that. And so I know if I give Johnny a job, don't get Timmy a job, either Timmy gonna take from Johnny or it's gonna be conviction. So they just keep you arguing with each other.
I think you're right, Pop, because he put a freeze on hiring any government jobs. They're about to be laid off. That's 150,000 people with no jobs. When you don't have a job, life gets complicated and dark.
Exactly. You want to take care of your family.
Right.
You want to take care of your family. So that's the way it is. And that's the way he's going to really be. You know what I'm saying? Right. But most of the time, they never get away with, they start off like that. But right and wrong catch up with you.
I mean, you seem to have a lot of faith that.
I know it's a guy, and he's not going to float. He's going to go so far. He's going to run in the stone block. You'll see.
You seem very confident about it since day one. I've been over here. I've been panicking, and I look back, and you're just chilling. Like, don't worry, it's going to work itself out. I hope you're right.
It'll work itself out. And when they do everybody, see, sooner or later, the working people is going to speak up because you can't keep us broke and think that, and then we don't care about race then.
Yeah.
All we know is that I can't put no eggs in the refrigerator. But now the silly ones is the criminals, and they're locked them up and they still keep doing wrong. They don't, silly. But the ordinary working man gonna try to take care of his family, but if he can't take care of his family, then that's when the marching comes. That's when we start speaking up. That's when you don't care if he's white or black. You're both broke.
Well, Pop, look, I'm gonna say this. I hope you're right, because I ain't saying it that way right now. But I'm not saying you're wrong. I hope you're right. But too much shit coming across. First the Latinos, the Hispanics. And I told you, we're next. And not even 4 days, 5 days in, he want to delete Black history, all kind of shit, right? And it's crazy. Like, I just see how these things are just moving forward. And you saying, hey, it's going to be attacks. It's going to be crazy things that happen, but we'll be okay. I just hope you're right.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Because this shit just happened, and these flyers was passed out on his inauguration day in Kentucky, right? In Kentucky. This 3-letter group distributes flyers in Kentucky telling immigrants to, quote, leave now. The flyer shows a cartoon of Uncle Sam kicking at a family of 5. Kicking at a family of 5. That's the shit people got to wake up to. It's almost like, reversed and went back 60 years.
Well, it have, but I'm saying that ain't all whites saying that. They ain't all whites doing that.
No. I know that. No. I don't fear all whites.
I'm saying they're standing up with the minorities when stuff get real tough, and
right.
they start doing them too. That was tips the balance.
I agree. No, it's not all whites, but we're not talking about all whites. We're talking about the racist ones that's gonna walk up and drop this shit off on somebody's door, putting it on churches, that kind of shit, right? That it just pisses me off. And then everybody want to be nonchalant about Elon Musk and his bullshit the other day. The key to vote in a black governors. Yeah, the key is to vote in black governors, or black real people, or people that really, at this point, is going to do the work for us. Because don't vote in Snoop, Nelly, or that broke-ass pastor in Detroit, because they'll sell you out too.
Well, Perry, okay, listen. I think everybody believes in deportation done in a humane way. Why does he have to do it like they're animals, calling them illegal aliens? Calling them aliens.
Sherelle, that's how he feel. Like some people, man, you don't get in like conversations about this. And I saw, no, that's just him talking. No, I had to come to a realization. That's who he is. That's who he is. His father never liked minorities, and his ass don't. And if you ain't like him, your ass is a criminal, or no good, or somebody who should be shining his damn shoes. And then with this Elon Musk shit, people let it go away. I just showed you the flyers they sent out in Kentucky, and they sent some out in Indianapolis, right? They sent some out there too, I think. Mm-hmm. And here's this girl saying that we got to look at what Elon did and believe it.
If you still don't believe that his salute was not that salute, tell it to them. They clearly think it's okay to be out and about in the community now.
That's a fact. Now, when I say people, I ain't talking about the regular white people that's okay with minorities and do the same thing. It's these racist people, these groups who just form together to cause havoc on minorities. That's the people I'm talking about. And I just can't take it.
I mean, I think that maybe they're trying to instill some kind of fear. Pop, why are they so inhumane about deportation?
It's real. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You talking about the racist ones?
I'm talking about Donald Trump and his administration. Like, you don't have to humiliate people to deport them.
Well, Biden didn't do anything about coming up with a system to let them in the country legally, and he never came up with laws and rules how they're gonna get there. And they got rules and regulations, but they didn't go by none of it. But it's they people, they ain't cattle, but you see they all mixed up too. They just a shame. But
scary
the Mexicanos is wrong. We're not against them.
Who said? No one said that. They don't think we're against them.
I
think
work with them every day.
You do?
And
Oh, wow.
a lot of them do. But we don't have nothing against them, you know.
Why would they think that? Why would they? We're not against the
Because
Hispanic.
because I don't know, I guess because we don't socialize or maybe jealous because we broke the civil rights law. We got them where they don't disrespect us. You know what I'm saying? They do it, but they ain't do it in the open. You know what I'm saying? They kind of hide it.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy because it depends on who you are and where you are financially, but they treat them like they treat us. The same, like what they're doing this week. I don't know if you're gonna talk about deportation in a minute, but just how cruel it was. It was just cruel. But you know, I'll mind my business and they can handle it. But
I
it's
agree.
crazy.
But what Pop's saying too is this: they used to divide. Now we know we ain't got a problem with Hispanics or Latinos,
right?
Some of us, but some of us I think if somebody interfere and start saying, "Hey, you know what? That group think they better than you," or here or there, right?
Yeah.
It caused this divide. They don't want Hispanics, Latinos, and Black Americans and other minorities to bound together, right? Because now you on the same page. They want us fighting each other, having gang wars on the corners, while being distracted, while they bring in billions and don't give us a damn thing.
Why they focus on cryptocurrency.
Right. Like MAGA. MAGA got to be one of the dumbest ass groups. And yeah, they believed in it. Well, I don't really care about the colors and all this shit because that's what they was taught or whatever. But they never opened their eyes big enough to see colors wasn't your problem. It was people like these damn billionaires, big corporations,
right?
That don't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
And your situation ain't got nothing to do with no color or somebody crossing the border taking your job. Be accountable for your own shit. Realize you just ain't smart enough to succeed, or your ass is too lazy. Stop blaming other cultures why you ain't advanced.
I don't think they blame other cultures.
Oh, MAGA? MAGA?
Oh, MAGA. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about MAGA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their whole thing. Make America great again. Well, if you ask them when was it great, they can't fucking tell you. Not in their lifetime. Maybe it was great to them when their ancestors ran the plantations and had us in the field.
It's really crazy too because these new groups, they're very violent, right? Like the people that did the Capitol, the Proud Boys, very violent, but they don't take time out to see, okay, I went in and raided the Capitol. How did my life change? It didn't. Like he's using you guys for his dirty work. He has not helped the Proud Boys elevate. None of them got jobs. None of them went to school. No, he's not. He's using them when he needs to strong arm somebody.
See, and they so down with it, the racism, the Proud Boys, and all that stuff, because who taught them all that stuff? People they love, Uncle Joe, Uncle Billy Bob, you know. So they think they're right because they were taught it. Just like you would talk about your parents certain stuff that you believe because your parents did. Well, they were taught automatically that black people.
You would think if you still, I seen Enrique's house. If you, when they're going to stop and say, I'm not financially benefiting off of this.
They don't care. They taught. It's just in them now, you know.
That's sort of true. Like
I used to have white friends when I was at the shipyard, and I used to work the shipyard years ago, that couldn't even bring me home, but would tell me because we was that cool, you know.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I just want to know, they're into their violence. They're very violent, and nobody is progressing. I guess if you progress, you get out that damn group, maybe.
If you was MAGA, right, I think the biggest problem is this. It was their upbringing for one, and they was always taught they was the better race than anybody else.
Exactly.
Regardless. Now, if a MAGA person and 15 others stayed in the trailer park, they should be in the nicest one.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
It breaks it down to, they don't even care if they're changing tires. They should be the crew chief.
Yeah, but when are they going to realize they're not?
Well,
never.
Some of them might not never realize it, because if you think about it, we done went through some rough years. Eggs prices and everything's high and shit. That affect everybody, us, MAGA. But they'll come up with excuses why they ain't succeeding. They in denial.
And make up their own history.
On their damn self. They rather choose another blank. And then it's easier when you got a guy up here that you admire. He's a billionaire. He's this great business guy. He gonna take us, move us forward. They just wishing for hope. It's like hoping for a lotto ticket to hit.
They're broke, and he's using them to be his stiff arm. I would think one day, if I was in the Proud Boys, I will wake up one day and say, how's this benefiting me? It's not. He's not putting any money in your pocket. He's not giving you any kind of education. They are brainwashed to the point where they will live a less than life because they are convinced color is what's important. Them people are crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And it's getting worse. You know, like back in the 60s, we know what the hell our people had to go through. And it's just all back again. Now Latinos, Hispanics got to go through it. And this shit is crazy. And it's no different than the Proud Boys, because you get some of these Latinos and Mexicans coming out saying, well, for all the legal ones, you should have known better. You should have never came across if you wasn't this. They feel like they're more entitled. Granted, they did it the right way. You know, but they don't look at them as human. They look at their own race as, well, we better than you.
Man have always hated. Man always got somebody they hate. And when they're the same race, they'll fight about hair color, or he wear this or he wear that. But they're always bickering. You know, there haven't been a harmony between races in I haven't seen it, and I'm 75 years old. I've never seen them live in harmony, people, and then the blacks the same way. If the other blacks is poor, then the rich one don't respect the poor one. If
right.
If they do it with cars, if I got a Bonneville, you got a Volkswagen, I mean, it's any way they can divide you, that's what they do, you know. They use everything to divide you, then they ain't got to worry about you. Y'all too busy fighting each other. You know, so that's the way it's always been. You know, and every now and then somebody come through, Dr. Martin Luther King or somebody that stand up, and most of the times we stand up and say something truthful, they kill them. Way from slavery day. You get up and you start talking with some sense, you're a dead man, you know. So I don't know what's wrong with them, but you know, I don't know if because they white in America, living real poor, got to have somebody to blame why they ain't successful, I guess.
Right. Well, that's pretty much what I feel that they do. Like the ones who go crazy like that, they feel like, they mad because they can't be with their rich, like that the people in their own culture that actually made it. They get mad because they didn't make it and take it out on us as if we stopped them from making it.
Yeah.
They never have a problem going and applying and getting a job. It's our asses that had to have DEI and programs like that for fair treatment. When they go back and say, well, why do y'all think y'all need reparations? I ain't never said I did. What we need is fair fucking treatment. That'll be fine with me. But because they act like, man, you work the same job. I don't had this conversation where people say, we work the same job. Why should you get? I said, because look at the family tree, motherfucker. You had a head start. We couldn't learn how to read till many years later or write. Your ancestors had that right. We out in the fields, they in there chilling in the AC, getting wealth off our back. And he gonna act like, well, we supposed to be equal. I'm sorry that you working the same job now, that your ancestors weren't smart enough to keep their wealth. And that's what some of them get mad about. You know, I'm thinking.
Awful.
It's just crazy. But they on the rampage Trump don't, and he's feeling real good about himself. He's feeling real good about himself, right? Yeah, but he's feeling real good about himself. But this is what I want to get into. I want to go ahead and get into this raid. Trump is pushing, and these people out here raid. It was a raid in New Jersey at this ocean seafood place.
New Jersey's largest city, the most fervent fears of the immigrant community playing out Thursday.
ICE agents stormed into this place of business without a valid judicial warrant.
What did they say?
In the morning. We just need to see the documentation on the people you have working. Why? Are you looking for anything? What are you looking for? No, we just had some complaints.
He says 3 people were hauled out of work by immigration agents for unknown reasons. ICE telling Pix 11 it did a targeted enforcement operation. Mayor Raz Baraka saying they unlawfully terrorized people, quote, detaining undocumented residents as well as citizens without producing a warrant. One of the detainees is a U.S. military veteran and had his military documentation questioned. President Donald Trump signed an executive order upon taking office to round up and return asylum seekers home, giving the okay to send ICE into hospitals, churches, and schools.
Kids don't want to come to school. Kids are scared to leave home and not come back to see their parents.
Well, I am more concerned that New York City will once again be a target.
New York City Council Speaker Adrian Adams says the mayor has not given sufficient guidance for those living in fear.
Children should go to school. Those who need health care should go to hospitals.
The senior pastor of St. Paul and St. Andrew Church in Manhattan posted this sign outside the sanctuary, warning ICE is not welcome without legal justification.
They can't just come in here in a blanket way and round people up. That's not gonna be something that we can put up with.
Wow. I mean, that's what happened today. And these businesses saying they basically coming in, not having warrants, just demanding to see identification, taking people out. And now they're saying it's okay for them to go into churches and schools.
And hospitals.
Oh, hospitals. Damn. This is a lot. Like, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know too much more to say. That this is
they've been doing it all the time. It just wasn't on a big picture where everybody knew about it. But when I used to work at a nursing home one time, they told us they was coming in there because we had a lot of illegal people that was working for us, didn't have green card, that they was coming in Tuesday to raid it. And that was way back in the 80s.
They don't do that no more. They don't tell you.
Yeah, they just came in and they did it. And so it ain't nothing new, but they just doing a bigger thing of it now.
Wait, no. Pop, they never went into hospitals. You're in the hospital because you're sick.
They came in the nursing home and got the workers that worked in the kitchen, that was housekeepers, because I was head over housekeepers, and they came in there and got them, met with us and told them they was coming in there and raid them because we had too many undocumented workers in there, and they came in there and they arrested them and took them out of there. And that's been way back in the 80s.
I know they still round them up, but not in this kind of way. I mean, this is like
not in this big picture.
4 o'clock in the morning with no warrants. Now, I'm sure if they pick somebody up, they was intentionally coming to pick up one person. Did they come in there and start asking?
Well, they didn't bring the military. Okay, they didn't bring the military, and they didn't bring machine guns. Why do you need a machine gun to deport somebody? I mean, it's just inhumane. And then let's not forget, I don't know how it was now, but his first term, they put them in cages.
I remember.
Cages. So this is all just overwhelming.
Yeah. It's going to be a mess because even if they do it the right way or the wrong way, like just busting in and doing that, when they find reasons say they did it wrong, they're gonna come and clean it up how they did it right. They just going through sweeping through areas and trying to make his agenda that he's supposed to be moving 10 millions of them. So we just starting this party, and he got him out there to get his camera time and do it, whatever. But they busting in this place, coming in. I can see if you had one that you coming in for a specific reason, looking for this one person. They coming in, breaking in, coming into buildings, businesses, and asking everybody from ID.
I mean, but Perry, you have to like remember, like that's what they wanted. That's what they voted for. So I mean, if you don't mind him rounding your people up with machine GUNs, can you imagine how traumatizing that is to a child or even a teenager? You got a man coming with things strapped across his chest, talking about come with me with the military, but that's what they wanted. So I hope they're enjoying this.
But see, Sherelle, if they come for them today, who they coming for tomorrow? That's what you got to worry about.
You need to tell other people that. Don't tell me that, because I know I didn't. That's their president. They voted for him. That's what they wanted. So what? Am I supposed to feel sorry? That's what they wanted. They made conscious decisions, and the Hispanics went around and were loud and proud about it. Latinos for Trump. Latinos for Trump. Okay. If that's what you want for your own people, then I can't stop you. I mean, they're probably somewhere celebrating. It's insane.
No, I see your point there. Like, why would we go the extra mile when we sitting here, everybody's struggling because they was in their feelings and feeling like they was good to go, that America was going to be great again. And now we all got to pay the price. I get it, but
I do not feel sorry for them. That's what they wanted. They knew what happened the last time. This is a part 2. We know those children never got returned. You know that. And so it looks like, I can't say for sure because I'm not Hispanic. It looks like their community is very much divided. And, you know, they got it out for, looks like, you know, some of them want to stay here and they support Trump and they don't care if they put barbed wire in the water. They don't care if you fall from that fence, you will DIE. They don't care. This is a Hispanic problem that they need to take care of. Because I told myself that's what they voted for and let them handle it. I do see how inhumane it is and it's just unacceptable. If that was me, I would be out fighting for my Latina family, but they don't care. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I can see it from that point. I think people see it both ways. But yeah, I mean, I hate to see anybody be treated that way. But your point is, that's what the hell they voted for.
They did.
So, you know, yeah.
But they did it out of ignorance. If they knew what they knew, they had any sense, they wouldn't have did it, but they did it out of ignorance. You know, we did a lot of stuff out of ignorance too. But
and for the African Americans that are being affected by Trump, I don't care either. Like I'm only caring about the Democrats
the ones who voted the right way.
Yeah, the Democrats that knew this was going to be a disaster. And let me tell you, this is not going to be a 2-term president. He might be 3 terms. He might be 4 terms. Whenever the man asks him to come to the upper room, he's going to remain in office until he goes to the upper room.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna leave. Right?
He's the new America just got a new dictator, and his name is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And there are groups on TikTok that see this, and we're like, either we gonna get stuck in this country with a new dictator, because the earlier you go, the better off you are. America's never going to be the same, ever.
No, I mean, it's definitely
saying to myself, I used to watch German documentaries, and I would say, why didn't the Jewish people leave? Well, because he's not going to tell you straight out, I'm going to close these borders. I'm going to strip you all of your jobs. I'm strip you of your. They don't tell you. You got to figure it out yourself. And when you start putting in paperwork that's saying that you could be president for another term, I think it speaks for itself.
Well, I mean, a lot of it do. Like, look, it's just how he's moving. Everybody can see he want to be this dictator, and now he's coming out saying that he's gonna get rid of FEMA.
Oh my God.
He'll get rid of FEMA. See, he want to get rid of every program. He want everything to go through him, just like a dictator, right? So
FEMA, come on now.
he want to get rid of them, and that's what he's trying to do. And with California right now, he's basically he want to get rid of them. And if he might help California, he might. All depends on what they got to do for him. And he'll come out. He might help them, might not, but it's not gonna go through FEMA. If they got help, it's gonna go through him. And before he
why
helped,
you think he getting rid of FEMA?
oh,
Because
if FEMA went in there and did something, he want to dictate what FEMA's supposed to do.
no,
Right.
it goes deeper than that, Perry. It goes deeper than that. He's mad at California
Right?
for voting Democratic. That's why he said if you want help in the wildfires, you have to show your voter registration card. It's ridiculous. He's mad. He's all about revenge. He's on the revenge right now. And you know, these people who think world dominance, they get so caught up. They don't think like us. They don't think like regular people. So he's thinking, I want to take over the world, and I'm going to use these natural disasters to do it. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised. People call me crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't behind the fires. The way that he acted from day one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, because that wasn't a Republican state. He want to go out there and trust me, he got a lot of billionaires behind him too that want all this property and stuff out there. But he's a trip, like he's a dictator. And from what I was telling you, Sherelle, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that he don't want to go through FEMA. He want everything to go through him. So he can say, yeah, I will help you, but you get to fulfill my demands. He want people to have voters ID. I will help LA if they can show me voter ID cards in their citizenship papers.
Oh my God.
If somebody in Alabama or Texas had a fire, are you going to ask them the same? No. He's looking for that. Trying to change it over.
Scary though. He reminds me of Saddam Hussein. Do you remember him? Because when the fires first took place, there were people lined up outside just watching the fires, not knowing what to do at first. They had tears in their eyes. They were devastated. They were like, where's my uncle? Where's my dog? It was in a panic. If you could sit through that and watch that and feel nothing, Donald Trump has some kind of mental problem, just like Hitler did. You feel nothing. They're standing over there with, I don't know, family, what do you call it? A photo album. That's all they could grab, or maybe your favorite blanket, and everything's going down. You don't even know where the other family members are. And you sit there and say, I got him right where I want him. Something's wrong with him. I would have been, if I was president, no, if I was governor, no, if I was a human being, I would have been there within 10, as fast as I could. Oh my God, California is burning down.
Yeah, but the only reason you wouldn't go if you wanted to burn.
Exactly.
You know, but here he is to hear from his own voice, from saying that he might help him or he might not.
You give California anything until they let water flow down into their...
From the north to the south.
This is a political thing. I don't know what it is. You know, they talk about the Delta smelt. It's a little tiny fish like this.
I went out.
They say it's an endangered species. Well, how is it endangered? No wonder it's endangered. It's not getting any water. How do you, if you have a fish and you're stopping the water, isn't that going to hurt the fish?
I did a show in two.
He's an idiot, right? See, and he always does this. We talking about the LA fires. He don't brush it off to the deltas that have nothing to do with the fires. He throw this manipulation at people. Maybe he's used to dealing with MAGA, and he got to a lot of minorities. It's sad to say I know some of them, that he got to it with this bullshit. Fix the damn problem. Stop acting like you some damn body. If you the president, that's your job to go and take care of that shit. And he gonna have demands. Well, if you show me your voters ID, if LA can show me the voters ID card and citizenship.
Perry, when he said that, I was just in disbelief. Like, first I was like, it's about time. I wasn't thankful. I was thinking, it's about time you took your ass down there, because this is a natural disaster. It's been what, days? I've lost count. LA's been burning for probably 2 weeks. I don't know. I've lost count.
17
But
days.
then when you go down there, the first day, what? You attack the governor, you attack the mayor. When you see people crying, saying they're sleeping in their cars. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all could be slow if you want to, but I would not be surprised if he was behind these fires, because he's just that demonic. It's weird. Like these people that want world dominance, we already know something wrong with Elon, and something definitely wrong with Putin, and something wrong with Donald Trump. And because all of the propaganda now, you don't know. People still say we're the best place, United States is the best place on earth to be. They don't know. No, times have changed. That's what that's what they're feeding you. But we're getting laughed at outside the United States.
Well, sure. Well, I say this. I wouldn't put it past him. See, when people say you think he had something to do with it, they'll think hands on. Look, I think he could have something to do with it the same way when those people left that rally and went to the Capitol. Trump didn't actually break into the Capitol. And Trump know he got it to this point where he ain't even got to tell the people. You know what I'm saying? Him and Governor Newsom been going at it for a while. And he'll come with the same bullshit. I believe the fires were started by who? Can't say. But I wouldn't put it past Trump's ass.
I mean, look what he did to the Capitol building. He's a violent man. He's violent.
And people say, well, how can you do it to your own country? Dictators do it to their own people all the time. All the time they do it to them. And this is my next story I want to get into. Was a Tennessee Republican proposed an amendment to allow President Donald Trump to run for a third term. Now, if this was to go through, shit.
It'll be a third term and then a fourth term. And then a fifth. How old is he? How old is he? 79?
He's 80, something.
Yeah, 79 or 80. 79. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know how many good years he has left, but he's going to make America not great again. He's going to make America miserable again.
Well, I see that.
I don't even know when it was great.
So,
I really don't. They keep saying that, but when was it great?
Right.
When was America great?
Yeah.
I never seen it. I don't understand why they're saying that. Make it great again. It's never been great. It's always been racism. It's always been the same thing it is right now.
If you ask people who say that, make America great again, if you ask them, they can't tell you, Pops.
Yeah, because I don't know why they said it. It doesn't make sense. It ain't no great again. I don't get it.
Well, it's messy. But I'm going to need the Latinos that voted for him to realize what a mistake you made. I'm going to need the African Americans that voted for him. I'm going to need everybody that voted for him to realize what a big mistake that was. Because even if you are live in the rural country and all of that stuff, he's not for you. He's using y'all like he uses everybody else. I mean, please. And that wife knows something we don't know. She always looks miserable. And when he tried to hold her hand, she pulled her hand back. He tried to kiss her during the inauguration. She turned her so he can kiss her on the cheek. She's not feeling him.
But she want to make up a mess up her makeup.
No, she doesn't even want to live in the White House, Pop.
Ain't no excuse, Pops. When he served his first term, I think he stayed on the first floor and she stayed on the third.
Oh.
That's a fact.
Who wants to be with a guy that's been convicted of SAing a woman? You don't think that's embarrassing to Melania? Your husband's on trial for grabbing him by the pee? Like, no, it's embarrassing.
And
you don't want to be with a man like that.
He cheated when her son was like 2 months old, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's all. What was that? He's not a good guy. That's all.
At all. He's not good to anybody. He said that his daughter had nice tatas. Like what? Like what? Who says that about their daughter? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Perry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But no, I mean that's pretty much where it's at though, and that's the news we talking about tonight. But what would it be like? Look, if this world was ran by a dictator, which we have one in office right now, but hopefully his time expire and we don't have to go 10, 15, 20 years with a person like this. This is crazy.
Didn't they say Jimmy Carter?
Go ahead.
Wasn't Jimmy Carter 100 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
You starting to scare me. You starting to scare me now. But no, for real though, like it's crazy. I don't know what we're gonna do, but the bottom line is this. Hopefully we get to be some way to keep him from picking up a third term. And I know when people say, well, if it's a third term, then maybe Barack can come back in. But the way they got it right now, and when the government is for sale, our government has been brought. That's the difference that I think from the past we can overcome stuff. It's too much money. It's a lot of money out there that's been spent on our government. And now he want to come with the crypto coins and bullshit, ways to get more money, all these satellites. He want to own all social media, if not personally, with his buddies. Because it's all a money grab for them.
It's so weird too. They're really they realize the power in social media. And so Elon Musk has been caught going into these chats under an alias, sounding just like Elon Musk. He doesn't even have the sense to use a filter. And he has destroyed social media. It was invented so you can communicate with your friends and family. And now politics has taken over. They own social media. They're blocking words and this and that. What's wrong? It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
No, that is crazy.
Right. So only someone with a consecutive term can run a third term, which is dumb, but would block Barack. Yeah, they don't want Barack to come back. He's doing this for himself, and he's doing it so he can ease into dictatorship. It'll be one reason after the next. When his third term is done, he's on his walker making up a reason why he need a fourth term, and he's going to remain in office until he's in the upper room. I just got that feeling. And people are going to get tired of him, and then people are going to want to leave the United States, and it's going to be too late. Like, because, you know, this is home. We're comfortable here. We got our jobs here, our homes here, whatever, but it's never going to be the same. And then one day we're going to be in the history books about this era. Like, why did people vote him in the first place? There are really going to be some schools studying this era. Like, how did y'all get food and bring him back in when he did such a terrible job? And the way that he left the first time, who would vote him back in? And then I'm going to have to pull out my list and start telling them who did it.
But I really believe that he's not going to get away with it. The American people ain't that stupid to let him do a third term.
Huh?
You know, I mean, I don't believe it. I mean,
this is what you're saying to me. You're saying a man that
let me finish.
Okay.
I'm saying the Mexicano voted him in, you know, and some of the silly black. But I think he's going to do so bad, and we're going to catch it so hard that it won't be like that next time. And if he leaves, he might not leave, but if he stay in office, I believe it's going to be marching and everything else before he get out of office. I don't think people just going to sit here and let him just run over him.
This is what I think. You're saying that a man that tore up the Capitol building and unalived police officers and sprayed police officers with bear pee is going to not have a third term or fourth term. Look what he did the first time. He has perfected it. He knows what to expect. He's perfect. He's not leaving office until God says so, or the devil, whichever he prayed to. He's not leaving office, and
they're not going to let him do a third term. I don't believe it. You can say that,
so
but
why was the paperwork submitted?
But it's not going to happen.
They don't need a single Democrat vote to pass that through.
It's not going to happen. You hear me? The people that's
I
quiet.
hope you're right. I don't have that.
There's a lot of people that just go to work, don't say nothing until it's emergency. You know, don't.
That's
even
what you're counting on. And when they try to march, you know what's going to happen? Martial law. They're going to bring in the military. There's going to be those things that Perry used to drive. What is it called? Coming down the street with armor and machine GUNs. They're not going to let you march. Because I think you're thinking that's what happened in the 60s. This is a new improved.
Yeah, and look, I gotta say this. I hope Pops is right. But
I hope so.
With the theory, when you says, I don't think people are that stupid. I didn't think, and really, going into this election, I was like, no way he can win. People cannot be that damn stupid. After the racist things he done, after being a convicted felon, and people knowing what he did the first term, you know, they shocked me, right? I know. I'm saying, I hope you're right.
He's got that all covered. Pop, you didn't thought about that. He's got that covered. The minute he see a group of people lining up to protest, that's when the tanks are going to come in and they're going to use those rubber things to spray people with. It's going to be chaos. You're going to be fearful and then get this part, after they beat you up, then you're going to jail.
Yep.
There's no more marching. There's no more marching. And when they pass the law that says if there's a protest, they're going after the person that put the protest together, they know what they're doing. He's new and improved. We are stuck with Donald Trump until it's his time to meet his maker. Period. And you think about it. When the Germans were going through what they were going through, they were lied to too, right? Hitler didn't come and say, listen, you're going to round up all the Jews, take them to concentration camps. This is going to be the worst era ever, the biggest thing that ever happened. They don't tell you that. It happens slowly in stages. Right now, he is gathering up the undocumented workers the same way the Jews were rounded up. And he's putting them in what he calls detention centers on Camp Pendleton in the middle of nowhere. You've been to Camp Pendleton before, where you cannot escape. Same as they did with the Germans. And the Germans didn't know that he was unaliving the Jews. They didn't know that. Nobody would, no sane person would cheer that on. They would have rebelled, but they were lied to, just like about these children. Where the kids at? Where the kids at? Sold into something. Shit. They just disappeared and nobody asked about these children. He's a monster. He's a monster.
Where are the children?
No, we don't know.
People were saying they were sold to the X trade. We don't know where they are. We can't find any. They can't find any foster homes that they've been in. And he doesn't have to explain where these people's children at. And then you get other Latinos that go and vote for him. That's why I feel no sympathy, none, because y'all went through it already. Nobody asked about your children, and y'all ain't asking about your own children. Y'all must not give a damn. So let all the Latinos, because when they thought they were voting for him, they thought he's going to get all the undocumented workers. Now they talking about illegal citizens too. The whole house got to go.
He talking about taking birthright citizenship away. So it's a lot of stuff, even though it got knocked down by the court, but it's on hold for 14 days.
It'll be back because that judge was Hispanic and he sees what's happening. He's like, oh no, but there's nothing he could do, because when the smartest thing that narcissist ever did was make the Supreme Court Republican. And it is not one sane Republican that will stand up at this point and say enough is enough. And then our DOD is going to be a real nut job. What an alcohol he a drunk that like to take advantage of women. This is going to be in the history books. Hopefully, we can survive this. I hope my father's right. You're a real spiritual man, Pop. And a lot of times the things that you say come true because I'm emotional, but you're spiritual. And I hope you're right. But I
just can't see it. And I know it can't repeat itself how they did the blacks before. And because it's a whole different era. And everybody
why did they vote him in if it can't repeat itself? You got black people that voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I'm saying, but far as them just rounding us up, we all packing. Everybody got guns now. But
okay, is that where we want to live now? Do we want to all have to pack?
I'm just saying it. I don't think it'll go down like that. They can't come. Now, I do believe that racism and them organizations will get bigger and stronger. I believe that. And they might do some killing if we don't watch out. I believe that. Proud Boys, whatever their name is. I believe that. But the Mexicanos just made a mistake because they trust.
Yeah, because they're the ones that voted them in, and that's why when they go through what they go through, I have to say, "Damn, that's messed up." And then I'm going to the restaurant, give me something to eat because I am not worried about this because this is what they want. This is what they wanted. I feel bad for the people who are getting
sometimes people make mistakes, Sherelle, and voted wrong or whatever, or can't think straight or whatever. You can't just call them stupid and dumb and they deserve what.
Well, why not, Pop?
Because a lot of them could say it about the African Americans coming through.
And that will even give me bigger cause to say they did it to themselves. Because whenever we need help, they're nowhere around. Just wanted to remind everybody of that.
No, I ain't saying they was allies with us because they're not. But I'm saying they ain't thinking straight because their minds are still enslaved.
They weren't the slaves. We were the slaves. The Latinos are just crazy.
Their minds. I didn't say they're physical. All of us is kind of enslaved mentally, but it's really still, back in the 60s, they thought that they was going to do them better or they weren't going to come get them. But that sure right there, something wrong with what you're thinking. The man told you he was coming to get you. Said he was going to kick you out the house.
He did. No, he said it. He said it.
He said he was going to, he told him exactly what he was going to do. And then you're going to be shocked when he do it.
That's crazy. That's why they can't get one teardrop out of me.
Something wrong with their thinking. Anytime somebody tell me I'm coming to get you, Pop.
You just joking.
Leave your front door open.
I'm going to vote for you tomorrow.
Yeah, so they just didn't believe it, I think. I don't know what they was thinking.
I think you care about humans too much. And I love that about you. I'm you.
Too much. It's no such thing as too much.
No, you worry about people too much. You got a great heart and you're a great teacher. I am who I am because of you. But then I'm the new improved version that say there's got to be a cutoff point when you stop feeling sorry for people.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. It's time to go. Y'all voted for him. Pack your bags and get out. The whole damn family. That motion is not going to last. It's just a temporary hold because there is a Latino judge that realized, oh, shit, he taking the whole family too? And it's a 5-minute hold on that. And then they'll be back to rounding up. They're going to hospitals, schools, and there's no place for them to hide now if they're going to hospital, schools, and because I'm not hiding you in my house. They taking the whole house. So it's sad. And this is how it started out in Germany, the same exact way. And, and there's going to be a time where they're going to say, you can't leave either. Just like in Germany. Follow those, read about it. Just the same way. So we got this small window of opportunity right now that we could leave on a visa, a visiting visa or something like that. But they're going to close that too, especially when he gets into his dictator mode and he doesn't want these extravagant parades dedicated to him where the military marches down the street. We will be stuck.
Look at Vanessa trying to get Trina going.
Oh, Vanessa, don't you? No, I'm just saying. It's because people don't think it's going to be that bad. And I love my dad. I am my dad. Like, you raised me, all that stuff, you raised me. And I can be kind like that. But who else you gonna blame? It says clearly it was the Latinos that put them into office, and now they want to cry when we were telling you. We were telling you guys, no, look how he left office. Look, you will put a man back in office that did the things that he did in the Capitol, and then he's true to his word. First day, who did he give pardons to? The January 6ers.
Yep, let him right out, didn't he? That was some bullshit.
Too bad.
Somebody said we can't just sit here. It says we are something Germany. We cannot sit here and wait for it. I'm with you. We know the playbook. We know we've been handed the playbook. Go back, start looking at German documentaries on YouTube. It ain't even far. You just go, as soon as we done, hit close, type in Germany documentaries, and it'll explain. It's laying out just like this. And it's laying out the same exact way because that's his role model.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, it's crazy. I just hope he never become a dictator. It's so much shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, the man need to be stopped. But hopefully, it's only a week. All these executive orders he putting out. Hopefully, shit don't work out. But my eyes are open. Because I'm seeing shit happen.
Now you have to be in self-preservation mode. So when we voted, you were supposed to vote for your people or you know, the way you wanted America to be.
Mm-hmm.
But now we have to be in self-preservation mode. So that means if I got to take my family and get out of here, that's what I got to do. If that means that, you know, we have to, because, you know, jobs are going to start going next. 150,000 people that get ready to be laid off, 150,000. So it's going to get worse. And there's been times in our history. That's why I say that there was the Great Depression where people couldn't eat. People couldn't eat. People couldn't put their money in banks. You know, just history has a tendency to repeat itself. And that's all I'm going to say. It has a tendency to repeat itself. So I'd rather be on the safe side, like, okay, I know what's getting ready to happen here, because you got to be real spiritual, like you are, Pop, to say that, you know, God's got it. God's got it. We ain't all spiritual. I am panicked right now. I'm in a panic.
Yeah, I mean, what made me think it could be different this time is so much money that was spent to purchase America, because that's exactly what the hell happened. You know, back in the day, we can have disagreements, different philosophies and shit like that, but all this money, it's almost like all these people doing everything, tap dancing like Snoop Dogg, like the backyard preacher from Detroit, just to try to make $1. Like people are selling out. Just selling out.
Snoop Dogg already had money, didn't he?
Well, no. Well, Elon got a lot of money. They want more and more.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. You know, and like you said, racism go like through the race line first, and then it go off your financial state. Snoop thought he was no longer black.
I think so. That would happen.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's it.
So,
you know, made so much money, but like Stevie Wonder say, you might have the cash, but you can't cash in your face. That song you made.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. You know, so you might have the cash, but he can't cash in his face. So he just made a big mistake in front of everybody.
Yep. I mean, that's how I see it when he's getting rid of Hispanics, because that's the black jobs.
What that mean? He's getting
well,
rid
no,
of.
I mean, I guess he's saying that he's getting rid of the Hispanics because that's the black jobs. Remember, he made that stupid ass statement.
What do you mean by that? I don't get it.
No, remember when Trump had came out and said that the illegals coming over taking all the black jobs, or he said,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And that comment was just saying that he's getting rid of them because that's going to be the new black jobs that we have, like back in the fields and, you know, all those jobs.
But we ain't gonna take them. They won't take them.
Right. Well,
that's what a lot of people are saying. I forget that the jobs that most of the Mexicanos do, we won't take them.
Well, if they close the borders, and
you might, if jobs start disappearing, you never know.
Right. That's basically.
They ain't got jobs now, but you don't see them out there picking strawberries.
I will pick cotton. I will crawl through broken glass if I needed to take care of my family. And so
I ain't picking no cotton. So
I'll pick cotton. I'll pull strawberries. I'll do it all to take care of my children. I would.
Well, see, Pops, we say that, but what we're saying is if you close the borders and they keep suppressing the minorities, and those are the only jobs available for us. Look, the way half of us got a chance to even get decent jobs with DEI. You know what I'm saying? Like a fair chance to even apply for a job. But if the jobs are gone, at the end of the day, you said every man, and I know every man will do whatever to take care of his family. Now, I don't plan on picking no cotton, but if that's what it is, they cut the requirements for jobs, not discriminate. You might have to take that job. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's sad, but you know what, Perry? You probably got to come on tomorrow and the day after that. Because you didn't even talk tonight about Pete Hegseth.
No, I know. I mean, because by the time I'm setting up and doing all this, it's so much other stuff I'm missing. So more than likely,
you got to cover how our new DOD is drunk, whose mama called him a drunk, whose ex-wife said he's dangerous. You got to cover that.
I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow, and that's what we're gonna do. But it's getting a little late for me. I'm about to go and eat. But you guys got anything? Final statements, Pops, Surreal?
No. Does everybody have a good evening?
Everybody pray for me. Pray, please. Pray. Let's pray for everybody that we make it out of this and that it doesn't get to be just a disaster that nobody predicted. I hope that's
I hope so.
Yeah.
And thanks, Deborah. She said, I just love this channel. I'm going to watch it every day that you're on. Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll be on tomorrow because I wanted to talk about him, but it was too much other stuff to squeeze in. But so I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but
and it's day fifth day, and he is destroying it in the United States. And other countries are. Perry played the tape. They are laughing at us. They said, "Who votes in a convicted felon?" They are laughing at us. So don't believe the propaganda that everybody loves the United States and want to come live here. They think we're a bunch of nut jobs.
Vanessa say, love you guys. Thanks for covering this drama. Yeah, I mean, because, it's one thing about just covering a story that just happened. This shit affects all our lives that's going on right now. So if I'm going to think about it, because even if I wasn't on here talking, I'm damn so thinking about it. Might as well come on here and talk about it. But, Sherelle, anything before we go?
No, I'm good.
Pops?
Okay. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Hey, but thanks everybody for popping in. I hope everybody have a great weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with another show. Not sure what time, but for sure tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming. If you like the video, please give it a like. It really helped the video. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until tomorrow, have a good night.
All right.